For those looking to buy or sell Madden Ultimate Team coins, check out the MUT store. They have cheap prices, fast delivery, and great customer service. Use code Texas at checkout for a 10% discount. All right, I almost stopped streaming right there. All right, we start a little bit early right now. The World Series is on tonight. Probably not the best day to go about, doing this. But, I kind of was going to do this about a couple weeks ago, but I just never got around to it. And since I'm not uploading anything today, I feel like we're going to go ahead and knock this out before the World Series. So I'm going to say what's up to the chat right quick. And for those that are on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button as well as check out the link in the description. There's a MUT giveaway over on my Twitter. For those that want to enter in, just go ahead and follow the instructions and you will have a chance to win some MUT items. So, let's go say what's up to the chat real quick. We got Blitzing up in here, Joey Dick, Let There Be Rock up in the chat. What's going on, guys? Adam McClaffrey. What's going on, man? You got Seth. Your life ain't so bad. You could be the Browns, man. The Browns are 0-8. I could rebuild the Browns, but I thought that would be over a course of a bunch of, decades before I actually have a really good team. But it's kind of good to be a Browns fan this year, man, because next year they'll have Deshaun Watson. That's going to be a nice player for them to have. You probably won't be good for them because why? They are the Cleveland Browns. All right, so for those that are wondering why I'm rebuilding the Panthers, I'm rebuilding the Panthers to become a Panther fan. And right now, not having the greatest season after going 15-1 last year, they have woefully played to how they're supposed to play last year. I did not think this team would be good going into last season. They won 15 games. And then it got to the Super Bowl and then got smoked by the Broncos. And then this year, they're playing like I pictured they would play last year, but much worse. I thought they'll be competitive, but a lot of bad games this year, especially for the defense. Offense has not really been too well, been too good. I think Cam has the interception. No, he doesn't. He didn't throw one last game. He broke the streak last game, but before last game, he threw an interception every single game he played in. 3 against the Vikings. It was pretty bad, man. It was pretty bad. So I'm building this team right now, and since Madden has this new feature where you can schedule wins and losses, I figure this might actually go pretty well because right now I haven't really seen anybody on YouTube do a mid-season rebuild. I've seen guys do team builds at the beginning of the season, trade everybody away and do all that nonsense, but I haven't seen guys do a mid-season team build. So I'm doing it right now, and I went ahead and basically forced wins for home and away for those games that those teams won in particular. Now, one thing I can't do over here is force a tie. So that kind of sucks. So basically the Seahawks, that tie this past Monday or past Sunday, or not this past Sunday, 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I think that's actually the proper terminology. I can't force that tie, and I can't force a tie in that London game with the Redskins, or the racial slurs, I shall say, and the other team, the Bengals. So those are going to play out like it is. I'm going to go ahead and sim, and we're going to get into week 8, which I believe is the week before the trade deadline. So what we're going to try to do is go ahead and make some realistic type trades that make sense to the majority of people, that may not happen in the NFL because the NFL is random. Because it's kind of funny because I can't believe the Patriots unloaded Jamie Collins for a 3rd round pick, and I don't see that as a realistic trade. But I guess I can go ahead and use something around that variety there. So we're gonna go ahead and start simming. But yeah, I'm gonna try to go ahead and get this done before the Cleveland baseball team plays. All right, let me go ahead and get the simming. Where is advance to mid-season? I think that's 8 games, right? Mid-season's 8 games. It's not gonna be 9 games, right? It's not gonna be 9 games, right? Mid-season's 8 games. I hope it's 8 games. I think I can stop it. Yes. Also, I got injuries off as well, just because when you sim games over here, injuries happen aplenty. So they're off right now. They are not going on. What's going on? All Me Gamer TV. Last night for Team Heroes, yes it is, man. So if you don't have those knocked out, I wouldn't stress too much. EA does give the cards back. And I probably could have made a video about that later on today, but I just feel like uploading any Madden right now. Not in the Madden mood after this past Team of the Week content update. So I decided to go ahead and hop on some Connected Franchise and see how this plays out. If you guys like this, more of this in the near future. All right, hopefully the Patriots and the Panthers have good heroes because they got a ton of players. Yeah, a ton of their players. The Patriots probably will, but at the same damn time, I wonder who they could possibly do for the Patriots because we're not going to get the high-end players. We're not going to get Well, Jamie Collins not there no more. We're not going to get Jamie Collins. If he was still there, we're not going to get it's probably going to be a defensive end, like knowing how EA does it, because the top end Patriots get all the high overall cards. So no Gronk, no Brady, no, I don't want an Amendola, I don't want an Edelman. Like you probably might get Trey Flowers again. And then with the Panthers, man, I kind of don't want that as well. All right, so we are in week 8. Creativity wanted. Cardinals defense takes the field against the Panthers. That struggle to get going. So yeah, we're not having a good season right now. So what is our record right now? So through 8 weeks in the NFL season, we are 2-5, right? Yeah, loss. Yeah, we won. Yeah, 2-5. 2-5. All right, so that actually is pretty cool. So now it's time to go ahead and get to rebuilding of this team. And I'm going to go ahead and build it how I would build it if I was a GM with the Panthers, which is just focus on the offense. Like, I don't think the defense is redeemable. Like, they got like 8 or they got a lot of sacks this past Sunday. They got a lot of sacks this past Sunday in real life, but that is because the Cardinals' offensive line is pretty bad. And so now the GM thinks the defense is coming together, figuring it all out, and then watch next week they get dotted up by Case Keenum out there in Los Angeles. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some trades right quick. Where the trades at? Wait, I can't trade now? Available the second week of the wait, this is locked? The trade deadline didn't pass yet. All right, so I might have botched this. I might have to do this over again. This is not a good look. All right, so I can't really rebuild the team when I can't trade, even though it is week 8 and I have until a certain date. That is unfortunate. If I quit, it's not. I mean, I can't reload it, can I? That's not how that works, is it? How does this work? I did play myself, man. I did play myself. Team settings. I could probably. I mean, just league settings. I think it's like a turn trade off option, right? Or trade any time of the year. League settings. There has to be something like that. I'll turn it off if there is one. Instant starter, pre-existing injury, accelerated clock, resign players, progress players. So is there like a no trade deadline thing I could turn off? Anybody know? Anybody know? Trade type. Nope. Trade deadline off. All right, there we go. All right, so we did not play ourselves. We did not play ourselves. All right, we can turn trade deadlines off. Now we can make some trades. Now turn it off after this week. That way I can't cheese it. Even though this game is kind of it makes no sense. All right, so I'm going to go show you guys the team that we have right now. Offensively, the tackles are a mess. Inside, they're pretty good, but on the outside, not that great. I don't even know how Michael Orr is at how overall. He's not been good this season. Neither has really much anybody. Greg Olson's a beast. Defensively is where this team's a mess and where all their problem lies at the fact that they're not going to be able to pay K1 short because all these D tackles that do what he does are getting paid $100 million. So he's not going to be getting paid them or getting paid a lot this offseason. So the Panthers ain't going to be able to resign him. So he's going to be the first guy to go ahead and unload. And now my strategy was to unload him to the Browns for Joe Thomas to shore up this left tackle spot, especially because Joe Thomas is under a contract. I believe he's under a contract at least after 2 or 3 years, which helps out the offense a lot without Cam out here struggling because his tackles are pretty terrible. But I don't know if I want to do that now. I got to see if that'll make sense. So let's go do some trading. Let's do some trading. Text using cheat codes. I had to, man. The game tried to play me. The game tried to play me. Now let's see who's on a trade block right quick. Anybody that we can use on a trade block. D'Angelo. Don't need a fullback. Even though I do want to replace Mike Tober. He's a useless fullback. Nobody here. Ain't nobody good on trade block, is there? Not at this point. Anybody? Nope. Nothing. All right, any good left tackles? So what we got here? We got Gilliam. All right, no trade block. All right, let's go find us a new starting left tackle. So let's go see who's in the market for a D tackle who's playing in a contract year and is hoping to get paid a lot this offseason. So K1's right there. Now, who can we find that needs a D tackle? Do corners? I don't think corners are going to help this defense out. Like, the pass rush, it's kind of funny, too, because I think in real life, the pass rush is more important for cornerback play, but in Madden, it's all about cornerbacks because defensive tackles don't matter at all. Like, it may come with stopping the run, but if some stopping the pass, these guys are not noticeable on the field whatsoever. So does anybody here need a D tackle? So we got the Cardinals who need a D tackle. Okay. Who do they have that they – well, their left tackle is hurt in real life, so I'm probably not going to trade for him because the other here is hurt. So we're not going to trade for him right now, but they might come back to that if I can't find a trade that makes sense. Also, my first rebuild over here, so take it easy on me if you guys say I'm doing this wrong. I mean, there's going to be some bumps and bruises. All right, there's no way I can get Tyron Smith, especially because he's like a higher overall for K1 Short. So we're going to pass on that right quick. All right, anybody else need a D-tackle? The Falcons do, but not trading in division because that'd be kind of stupid. I want to send this guy to a team you won't see. I think the best option would probably be the Browns. You know, the Browns don't need him. The Browns do not need him. All right, so I might have to change my course of action up right here. You hope you get Zeke gets the Cowboys MVP card. I don't think we're getting MVPs tomorrow, Seth. I think that we're gonna be getting we're gonna be Man of the Month, and that's it. I don't think we're gonna be getting Team Heroes because how would that work? Gold players and elite players, and then both sets, that be kind of overkill. I would love it because price of cards to go up crazy, but I don't think we're getting MVPs tomorrow whatsoever. I think we might get a Man of the Month Zeke, like the set hero, if we complete all the other ones, but I don't think we're able to get a MVP. So that left tackle was pretty terrible. Who else can be traded for on this team? Maybe we can unload this guy and replace him with 2 other people. Nada could be nice. Nada could be nice. All right, let me go see if the Browns will take my deal. Let's go to the Browns real quick and see if the Browns will take my deal. Because the Browns in real life, they need to unload Joe Thomas, but they just don't want to. They need to unload him. So this was one of my original trade, just not straight up, obviously. The Browns clearly don't need defensive tackle, not even on their short list. They need a quarterback so badly. This is what my offer is going to be. We're gonna package K1 for right there, because K1's probably not going to re-sign with the Panthers. First of all, if you see a lot of other guys around you getting $100 million, you're probably going to want that money as well. And taking a hometown discount would make sense, but he's not from Carolina. And the Panthers did draft a defensive tackle in the first round this year to replace K1. So they're probably already looking to pick somebody else up, pay Star a little bit less money, let K1 walk. So the best course of action would be to trade him for somebody to help the offense out, especially because Michael Orr is not the answer at the left tackle spot. So let's see if this will work. 3rd round pick and K1 for Joe Thomas. You think they're gonna take it? I don't think they're gonna take it. Let's see. Yes, I want to submit. Okay, so they accepted. All right, cool. You can take K1 off our hands. All right, we got him. We got a new left tackle. I probably could have went down to the 3rd round pick, but this is for this year. I don't care about next year, but I'm not gonna trade any 1st round picks because we're going realistic. So we got a new left tackle over here. I guess he doesn't fit our scheme, which I don't really care. All right, so our offensive line is looking a little bit better, and we could probably move Michael Orr back over here to right tackle instead of this Mike Rimmers, who, I mean, he's not terrible, but he's not been good this season. He had a couple strong starts, but he's not been good this season. But our offensive line is looking a little bit better, and defensively, where's the defense? I'll keep tripping. Defense, we are kind of missing some guys in the middle, but we got 2 hog mollies that these 2 guys can work around. And so cornerbacks, who can we sign? These guys are not good, man. Oh my God, these guys are not good. So I think the best way to go about doing this is to get a pass rusher, get an elite level pass rusher, because these cornerbacks will be playing well if they had a guy that could get to the quarterback easier. Charles Johnson is not good anymore, and Coney Ely, even though he did catch a pick against the Cardinals, again, the Cardinals' offensive line is terrible. So we got to go find an elite level pass rusher to help this team out. So let's go back to the trade block and find somebody we can actually use on this team. Get a new wide receiver. I think we're fine with the core we got, but we'll see what's available. All right, so we need to get a high level pass rusher, a team that willing to unload. Let's see. All right, we need to get probably a left end though, because Coney Ely really hasn't shown much. All right, let's see. Who could the Panthers use? Wait, are these just free agents? What? This trade block? That's interesting. All right. What am I on? I'm on trade block. Okay, I was confused. Wait a minute, what am I doing? All right, so let's go find some defensive ends. Wish you could search all these by just defensive ends, but nope, you gotta go left end, right end. All right, let's see who's available that we could use. on this team. Watch cap hit and age. Okay, I got you. Watch cap hit and age. Even though it's only for 1 year, but I will watch those two things. So there's no way we can get Khalil Mack wanted to cheese it, but that's not gonna help us out really. Cameron Jordan, they're probably not gonna trade in division. We got Michael Bennett right there. I probably got to force that trade too for Jamie Collins to the Browns. Probably got to force that trade. Ain't that many good write-ins people will probably want to be letting go. Because right now I'm not really seeing anybody people would like to just leave off their team. Anybody backing up somebody that's good. It's kind of harder than I thought. Yeah, there's nobody here. Damn. That's unfortunate. Anybody in a contract year they would like to unload possibly? No? Yeah, I don't see anybody, y'all. I don't see what are y'all suggestions? What are y'all suggestions? Could you please give me a shout out? Appreciate you, Nick Johnson, being a sub since 2500. Them's was the days. Appreciate that, Lord Dell. Take trade block for a young 74 cornerback. Trade block for a young 74 cornerback. Trade 4th round pick and a 67 receivers with. All right, what is this guy? All right, go to the trade block. All right, let's go to the trade block and let's see what we can do. He said check for corners. Let's see what this is. Check for a young 74 cornerback. This guy right here? This Nickel Roby Coleman guy? This guy? Trade a 4th round pick and a 6-7 receiver. All right, Madden boss. And then, okay, yeah, get Bosa. So get Nickel Roby Coleman for the Buffalo Bills and then trade them a terrible receiver. Brent Burson got cut. He said a 4th round pick as well. No, they're not interested. They're not interested in my trash ass Burson. They're not interested in Burson. All right, so that's not going to happen. You know, he does have like the perfect name for a nickel cornerback. I don't think I don't think I can get Bosa realistically. Like, if I wanted to do this thing, can I remove this from the side? Yes, I can. If I want to do this like realistically, I don't think I can get Bosa. So I just improve the offense. I think I would have to get a little bit cheesy to get somebody else on this team to improve it. Cause I want to try to make this realistic. Like, who can they add to the team to make them better? Because last year they added Jared Allen, who was an older player, obviously. He was an old. You know what? The Dolphins. All right, we're going to go to trade for Cameron Wake. All right? Cameron Wake. He's an older guy. He's a huge cap hit. And what's his contract? Let me go see what Cameron Wake's contract is. What does it expire? Cameron Wake contract. Cameron Wake. All right, he signed a 2-year contract. When's he sign this contract? He signs this contract. Oh, wow. So he won't be coming off the books until next year. Not next year, I mean 2019. So we're going to pass on Cameron Wake. Because I don't want that guy on the books for that long. So, because, it's only for 1 year. He's not going to be a guy you want to build a team around. Plus, he's 36. He might retire before that age, but he's guaranteed $7.5 million, though. Like, that seems like I wouldn't retire for that. I would come back and play. That's a lot of damn money. A lot of damn money for Cameron Wake, man. All right, let's see what else we got here. Olivier Vernon, he got too much money. He got signed to a huge extension. I'm just trying to find some veterans, really. Some veterans that will help this team out a lot. Mario Williams would probably be ideal. Old veteran. Dolphins defensive line is not really performing up to their standards. Maybe a new place would be a good place to make this guy perform better. I don't know. Connor Barwin of the Eagles. You know, I like the way you think. I like the way you think, Alex. I like the way you think. Connor Barwin not really getting much burn, and the Eagles are kind of misusing him. Because I feel like whenever I watch that guy, he's in coverage. Wait, where's he at? Is he like a backup? Is he? Wait, hold on. So the Eagles' defensive line is kind of amazing. They're kind of amazing. All right, he's a high overall though. I think they're kind of misusing him though, because I feel like he's on the right end though. Is he outside linebacker? Is he an outside linebacker? That seems kind of crazy. What's up, Bengal? Did you say something earlier, Bengal? You said something earlier? Bengal's the king of this rebuild stuff. Now he also cheeses, but I don't blame him, man, and take advantage of the mechanic in the game. So let's see what we can get. Let's see what kind of Barwin we can do for him, and then I can just move over to the left end. All right, let's see what we got here. So what can we give up for Connor? What can we give up for Connor? Eagles need a cornerback, we ain't got. Need a wide receiver, we ain't got. They need a left outside. I mean, we ain't got nothing. Like, we don't have nothing. Feeling like trading for Connor Barwin isn't realistic. Dog, I don't think he plays for the Eagles. Like, I think the Eagles' defensive line consists of Brandon Graham, Vinny Curry, the other guy, the good guy, the one that's the best guy on that team, the guy that got the $1 million contract, that guy. And then they got him at outside linebacker. I don't think he plays down the defensive line. And so if EA has him as a 4-3 defensive end, they got their stuff wrong. Cause I think the Eagles want a 3-4, don't they? Right? Appreciate that, YouTube. Trading is it's realistic if it makes sense. If teams are willing to trade, it makes sense. But teams are not willing to trade. That's the thing about it. Like, it makes sense for getting rid of players and getting players on championship teams. But trying to win through the draft is not really that great. Plus, I'm doing this for 1 year. So I'm going as realistic and doing trades that I've seen people talk about that are NFL experts in the league. So that's what I was thinking of Cameron Wake, but he has a big contract, and I don't want to trade for a guy making $7.5 million. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? All right, so like Joe Thomas. You know what? Joe Thomas for second. Joe Staley for 4. I probably could have got Joe Staley for a little bit easier than that. So, all right, so I'm not going to be able to get Connor Barwin, I don't think. I don't have anybody I can offer. So what we're going to do is upgrade our receiving core, actually, and we're going to rescue Torrey Smith. We're going to rescue Torrey Smith. That's what we're going to do. We're going to rescue Torrey Smith from the trash-ass 49ers. That's what we're going to do. And then we'll see how our team looks from there with only 2 people being upgraded. I'm bad at this rebuild, but we'll get better at it, man. We'll get better at it. Let's go rescue Torrey Smith. And then they need a quarterback, and a linebacker, left outside linebacker, quarterback, and a receiver. All right, so who are we going to offer for Torrey Smith? No, so the line is Brandon Graham, Cox, and Barn. How is Connor Barn on the defensive line? They have their defensive line. So they're 4-3 then? They're 4-3 then? Is that what you're telling me? They're 4-3? It's Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Connor Barwin. Where the hell is Vinny Curry? And where the hell is that other elite guy that Madden has? I go based off Madden. All right, let's see what we can get for this guy. Now, Shaq Thompson is here to replace Thomas Davis. So I can't do nothing about that. I don't really have anybody I can offer for Torrey Smith. All right, let's see if they'll just take a 4th round pick for him. Y'all take a 4th round pick for him? They'll take a 4th round pick? We gotta do that? We switch to okay, you're a 4-3 now? And they switch in and out? Let's see. All right, they're kind of on the brink of taking it. So what we're going to do is we're going to offer them a guy that we cut in Brenton Burson. And let's see if they like this trade a little bit more. Let's see. Y'all better take this trade. Like, I ain't got time to be here giving you guys like the whole farm for a guy you guys ain't even using right. Torrey Smith stays open and no ball never gets thrown to him. It's kind of amazing. I kind of feel bad for that guy. Went from the Super Bowl champion to San Francisco, and just cannot find a good quarterback to throw him the ball. All right, let's see what we can do. I'm not trading Philly Brown either. Philly Brown is really nice. I could unload him, though. I'm getting Torrey Smith. I could unload him. Would the Panthers do that in real life? I think they would. But I feel like Philly Brown is the Panthers' best receiver. But Kelvin's back. Kelvin's back. All right, we're gonna try. We're doing that. We're gonna upgrade at receiver just a tad bit and get Ted Ginn out of the game as our number 3. That's what we're gonna do. So we'll be fine there. We'll be fine there. I feel like Philly Brown's a lot younger though, but he's also a little cheaper. A little cheaper. But I don't want to give you a 4th round pick. I can give you a 5th now. Wouldn't downgrade the trade. I can save that 4th round pick. Because the Panthers waste them anyway. They drafted like 5 cornerbacks this year. None of them are good. All right, that's what we're going to do right there. All right, cool. Trade was accepted. What's going on, Seth? Nah, you missed much, man. We just making a few trades. I'm trying to get this team a little bit better. Mostly, I'm just trying to get this offense better. I probably shouldn't. I don't care about the defense, really. The defense is not redeemable. Like, really, Kuechly and Davis are fine, but the cornerbacks are not good, and I don't think I can fix them up. So, to combat a terrible-ass defense, improve your offense. And I think I did that. We got Kelvin, we got Ted Ginn, and we got Torrey Smith now over here. Went ahead and got Joe Thomas, and we can still improve a little bit if I get a better right tackle. Now, can you play guys out of position over here? Can you play guys out of position over here? Like, if that's the case, I would love to play Joe Staley at right tackle. But let me know if I can do that, because I mean, obviously you can, but will his overall suffer some if I play him at a different position. But defensively, man, I'm just gonna roll the dice and see what happens, man, because they're not gonna be good next week. Like, they're not going to get that many sacks again. They're not gonna get those turnovers. They're just gonna be out here letting Case Keenum throw passes all over. I gotta switch their position. Okay, that's what I gotta do. Get someone like Brent Grimes. Brent Grimes signed a huge deal with the Bucks, though. Like, he signed a recent deal with the Bucks. Like, I'm trying to get guys on prove yourselves deals or rescue guys off bad teams. Like, so Brent Grimes would make sense, but I don't think the cornerback play is gonna help this team any better. Like, I think I would have to get someone like a Josh Norman, and I'm not trying to unload a 1st round pick. Trade Ted Ginn. I'm not trading Ted Ginn, man. Ted Ginn on this team is really good. So is Philly Brown, but I feel like Torrey Smith would be a little bit better to have. I think Ted Ginn's fine, because for what he does, he's an explosive player, and our offense is kind of built around some of the positions that some of the plays that he runs. So I think I'll be good there. Yeah, Michael Griffin's on this team. Like, the defense is so bad except for 2 positions. They're so terrible outside of 2 positions. All right, so let's see if we can go ahead and get Joe Staley as well. I probably should have more package that. I should have Joe Staley and all that stuff. And let's go left tackle for the 49ers. He's an 85 overall. He's allowed 8 sacks this season in Madden, at least. 32 years old. I don't know. Let's look for some right tackles. Let's find some right tackles. Harrison Smith is part of the Vikings defense, an integral part of that team. Can't trade for him. Vontae, can't trade for him as well. Joe Hayden, you want me to get, why Joe Hayden? I don't think I can get Joe Hayden from the Browns, without cheesing it. Joe Hayden from the Browns may not be, available. He's an 87 overall. And I'd much rather have a good pass rusher than Joe Hayden, really. A guy that can get sacks. Because, I mean, this is Madden, obviously, but the CPU may test him a lot. But in real life, one cornerback's not going to do much for you. The Panthers last year had 2 good ones, and then they had Norman out there. So, kind of got to have a bunch of guys like that. Look at K1 out here making no money, about to cash out this offseason. All right, so we're going to go ahead and look for a right tackle. Trey Waynes, the MUT Beast. All right, TY Suit, let me know how to get Joe Hayden without cheesing and giving them everybody. Let me know. While I look for right tackles that we can put on our team that are good. Ryan Schrader in the division. Trent Brown. Bruno Gicame. Appreciate that, Tyler, man. Appreciate that. I'm glad you did. I want to do more of this. So if you guys want to see more of this, man, thumbs up the video, and I'll definitely try to get more of this out. I mean, the more I do with this, the better I can get at it. Now, I'm not going to just completely stooge off of Bengals' idea of rebuilding teams. I may do like scenarios, rebuilding a team that's like 15, like 4-2, doing stuff like that, just having like random stuff, like do a randomizer, sim like 8 games into the season, and just pick a random team and then try one Super Bowl with that team. Do something like that in order to make this more enjoyable. Broken kneecap. All right, I'm TY waiting for you. All right, all right. So he said, TY like Ty. Okay. I traded them a free safety in the first and the second. I'm not trading my first and second for Joe Hayden. You can go away with that. I can get a much better person trading. And that's not a good trade. That is not a good trade. All right. That is a terrible trade. So what we're going to do is go ahead and trade for... We're going to trade for Joe Staley and move him to right tackle. That's what we're going to do. That is a terrible trade, dog. You got finessed. That's a terrible trade. All right. Will you take my 4th round pick? Will you take my 4th round pick? Wow, they just took it. They just took it. Okay. All right, cool. We'll take it. They just took it. All right. I didn't think they would take it. It said it was red. All right, now let's go ahead and improve this team by changing guys' position. To do that, I have to go to the roster, right? Add some people to the trade block. I mean, trade block, it's a trade deadline, man. Like, I can't wait a week. I got to go ahead and just, like, make it happen now. It's my fault, man. I wanted to do this series a while ago. I just took my time, and I kind of waited, but it's all good, though. So we're going to change position. Edit player. EA down for anybody else? I mean, it happens a lot. All right. Right tackle. Save. All right, and let's see what he goes to at right tackle. Okay, he's at 87. Let's get it. All right, so I'm probably going to, like, right now, let's go find 2 homes for Michael Orr. Wait, that changed Joe Thomas too? Wait. What are they doing? Why are they doing this? Wait, what is this? Like, why is he my right tackle? What are they? Okay, EA. That doesn't make any sense. That's not what I wanted. How do I sub this guy right here? What, auto sort? There we go. That's much better. Stupid ass game. All right, because he's 8. Yeah, he was whatever. Hey, how's he only whatever? Let's go unload Mike Rimmers and Michael Orr for some trade block people. Maybe I can improve my defense a little bit by getting like a Nico Roby guy. Let's see what we can do there. Appreciate that. Get Linville Joseph. Yeah. All right. If y'all want to see some like ridiculous trades, check out Bengal. He can get Linville. I don't know how to get Sausage Man, as IMAV calls him. Not at all. But I do know how to get this guy. Where is he at? Wait. Nah, I don't need him. Let's get Nickel, Roby, Coleman. All right, they need a... Wait, do y'all need a left tackle or a right tackle? Y'all need one of these guys? Probably not, actually, because actually, as a matter of fact, I don't need any of these dudes. You don't need any of these dudes, man. That's not... Yeah, I don't need any of these guys. All right, so we're not going to be able to get Nickel Roby Coleman, I don't think, for... Maybe. We'll see. Maybe for... I mean, they got Cordy Glenn, so they're not going to trade for a left tackle. And their right tackle may not be anybody that's good. Who's their current right? Actually, I can't even check because it's the trade block. I mean, yeah. Huh. Or for Kyle Fuller. That'll work. All right, let's see. I mean, Bears won't unload him, though. Like, I kind of like the Bears won't unload that guy just because if you guys watch what Hard Knocks, not Hard Knocks, the Bennett brothers story, they got mad at him for fighting that guy. So I don't think they will unload Kyle Fuller, but we'll check and see. Where's Bengal? Bengal's out here just angry. He's angry. I don't know where he is, actually. He'll probably be back later on. He probably stopped by to say hello and watch me fail at doing this because he's the king of this. All right, Kyle Fuller. And the Bears don't even need a left tackle. Who's the Bears left tackle? Like, is my guy better than their guy? Is Michael Lord, Eugene Monroe, Josh Sitton? They're okay. Yeah, well, all right. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Strong, Smith, strong. I can't get Smith, man. I don't even think I can get Kyle Fuller, realistically. All right, there's no way that I can get this trade to happen without cheesing. So I'm just going to offer it straight up and see what happens. Offer it straight up and see what happens. Why are they interested? Yeah, like, there's no way. There's no way I can get Kyle Fuller. All right, so I'm going to go back and get Roby Coleman. And then we'll see where we can go from there. Let's see where we can go from there. Let's offer the right tackle first in Mike Remmers. All right. That didn't work. Let's try left tackle. Actually, I can't even get Roby, actually, unless I trade them one of their team needs. I think that's like the trade block glitch. Bradley Roby for the Broncos. The Broncos championship defense. I'm probably not going to be able to get him. So I'm probably going to go ahead and skip on him right quick. No, trade Orr and Soliai and the D tackle for Joe Hayden. Why do you guys want me to do stuff like that? Just cheese it. Just cheese it. You don't have Monroe in real life? Fuller hasn't done shit since the 49ers game and hasn't played all year, so he's hurt too. Get Emerson, Rowe, Banks, Gilmore, or Slay. I think I can get Emerson. He just signed with the Raiders. Eric Rowe, I believe that's his dude's name. Jonathan Banks of the Bucks. Text, are they not doing exclusive service promo anymore in MUT? I don't know if that has to do with anything. When they ever done that? I've never seen that on like Labor Day. So probably not. I can get Roby for a second. I don't got a second round pick. See why? I don't got a second round pick. Get Darius Slay. I can't get him, dog. I mean, I'm not trying to give a first and second round pick. So I think we're going to roll throughout the rest of the season with this team I got constructed. Like, offensively, we should put up a lot of points. But defensively, we're probably not going to do much in the way of stopping anybody. So, I mean, this is a realistic trade, dog. I mean, I feel like I made some trades that make sense. I can explain them. I can rationalize them. You know, they may not make any sense. We went ahead and traded K'Wan Short, because K'Wan Short's in a contract year, and the Panthers are not going to pay that man. They already paid Luke Kuechly. They already paid Cam Newton. And even though they got a lot of young players on their defense, he's not as good as he was last year because of the cornerbacks behind him not being there and not having a decent pass rush, like, complement. He's getting double teamed a lot. Like, he commands double teams, but nobody else is doing their job. So we got Soliai right here. Vernon Butler will be back playing, and then I think we'll be good there. And I think we'll be fine. I'm not going to sign Kamara. Actually, let's go see what free agents are available. Let's go see what free agents are here for the picking. Let's go see. There's always somebody good out here. There's nobody here. Tyler Patman, the guy that fought Des Bryant. Dexter McDougal. A lot of these guys are like salary cap, like over in MUT Beast, but they're not good over here in this mode. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start simming, man, especially because the MLB is about to start, so I don't want to be on here too long while the game starts. So let's go ahead and sim and see how our team turns out. Currently, we're at 2-5, and we are last in the division. That's pretty fat. The fact that the Bucks have 3 wins is so amazing. They got 3 wins. They got the Falcons. They have 3 wins, right? Real life? Yeah, right. Trade for Darrelle Revis. He has a huge contract, so we're not gonna do that. All right, let's go ahead and get to simming. All right, we're at. Wait, no, skip. I don't care about any of that. Just sim. I'm not playing moments either. No, what'd I do? I'm not playing. I just want to sim. I'm not trying to play this game. The fact that they're 87 overall is kind of amazing still. The team has talent. All right, let's see. Play. Advance week. There we are. Advance to next week, and we'll see how things turn out. Oh, yeah, you're right. Turn off trade deadline. I got you. Oh, the Panthers and fucking Rams tied. That's wow. All right. And then the Falcons won. Okay. All right, EA. All right, EA. We needed that win right there badly. How did they tie? This is ridiculous. So look, our offense gained 520. It's our terrible defense, man. Look, 529 total yards gained, dog. Like, they were balling. 3 turnovers. Like, how did they lose this game? Was it a turnover? Was it turnovers? Was it turnovers? I think it was turnovers. Was Cam not good? Cam was terrible. Good Lord, he threw 2 picks. Jared Goff starting with this team too. He threw 1. He got sacked 3 times, so you know the new offensive line is there. They still got pressure. Now, who gave up the sacks? Was it just... All right, really? Wait, so one of them was just, okay, whatever. The defensive line for the Rams are good, though, so I guess you can't win them all. This is why I need Joe Hayden. I mean, I don't think I needed Joe Hayden. I think I needed Cam to turn the ball over 3 times or 2 times. Like, he was bad. Like, he was not good. That's why he lost the game. They had 3 turnovers. It wasn't because of the defense not performing, because they picked off the rookie quarterback. He only had 195 yards passing. Rushing, Gurley had 116, so, like, he did go off. And he had no touchdowns, though. Wait, did Cam throw some pick sixes? How did this work? This is a riddle. Wait. Okay, no, Trey Mason still 2 touchdowns. Okay. So running the ball did, like, they ate him up. Like, so quarterbacks ain't gonna help them running the ball, dog. That's the front 7. And the front 7 did not perform at all. That is the front 7. They did not do anything. So that is not on the cornerbacks. When they held a rookie quarterback in check, but they did not stop them from running the ball. Beat the Niners, Cardinals, very realistic. What? Beat the Niners and Cardinals, very realistic. I mean, that's what I had, dog. I had 2 wins and they tied. All right, so let's go ahead and sim again. Damn it, man. Like, so the offense is fine, but that they did not stop the run at all. Now they're playing the Chiefs, who are 6-2. Oh no, this is another L, right? This is another L. Big decision. No, I'm not doing any of that. All right, if we don't get this win, man, season's over, because the Falcons will be like 7-3 probably. Wait. Wow. All right, EA, what are we doing? Why are there another... I'm done. What the hell? How does this happen? Like, there's 2 ties in back-to-back weeks? That doesn't make any sense. Dog. This is stupid. Again, offense played well. I mean, is it the turnovers again? No, it's only 1 turnover each year. Dog, what the hell? Cam, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Alex Smith. All right, so now this is where, like, yeah, Alex Smith did kind of go off. He did kind of go off, man. He did kind of go off. Jonathan Stewart went off as well. Jamal Charles, not so much, man. Not so much. So that front 7 that time was good. The cornerbacks are terrible. Macklin, 100 yards. Torrey Smith is having himself a pretty good season so far. I don't remember redeeming himself. Kelvin Benjamin had 3 of this dude's touchdown passes. This is crazy. There's no saving this season. No, there's not. Like, there's no reason I can save this season, man. Like, well, the Falcons did lose, man. So if we go on a winning streak, who knows, man? Maybe we can make the play. Oh, this is stupid. All right, let's go ahead and sim this again. Like, the fact that there are 2 ties. There are 2 ties. 2 ties in back-to-back weeks. That's not supposed to happen. I'm mad, man. Like, I'm really mad. All right, so yeah, season's over. Damn, the offense that time, they put up any points, only 23 that time. Yeah, season's over, so this rebuild did not work. Fixing this team, it is not doable without cheesing. I got the offense improved. Got a right tackle, got a left tackle to ensure Cam's protection. And he played good, but again, Drew Brees just came out here and just threw all over this defense. All over them sad sack of defenses players. So, and still getting sacked, man. 4 sacks a game. That's not good. I mean, it's realistic in a sense, but man, y'all got to block better. Y'all got to block better. Who gave up the sacks this time? Again, Joe Thomas, Joe Staley. Why? And then one of them, and 2 of them are just Cam's fault, or just over little blitzes where they can't blame anybody. Okay. Season's over. Butler would have helped. Butler would have helped. I doubt that. All right, season's over, dogs. This sim to playoffs. Let's see our record at the end of the season. And we'll try this again later on. Sim to playoffs. Yes. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. The Panthers are not good now, man. That is a fact. I don't even think they were good last year. I think a lot of people were just bad last year. So let's see exactly how we look and see our record. I'm gonna say we're gonna be 5. We lost. We got 2 ties. So 5. That messes everything up. 5, 9, and 2. 5, 9, and 2. No, Norman's been good, man. He's been good for the racial slurs, man. He's been good. So 5, 9, and 2. We're clearly not in the playoffs. You get a bunch of guys you got to resign. This team had potential, man. It had potential. So yeah, we went 6, 8, and 2. Okay, so like we could have made the playoffs going 9 and 7, but those fucking 2 ties though. Like, man, that is amazing. So we came on strong towards the end of the season. Oh my goodness, man. Those 2 ties, they did not help out any. Now, we would have went 8 and 8 with those 2 ties, but they did not help out any at all. Actually, let's look at my team schedule. A good rebuild will be the Chiefs, the Jaguars, even the Skins. The Chiefs are they're good, though. The Chiefs are good. All right, so we went ahead and tied, lost. Then we beat the Raiders, lost to the Seahawks at Seattle, which, again, why are they playing in Seattle? 2nd year in a row. Beat the hell out of the Chargers, lost to the racial slurs, then 1-1. So we beat the Falcons, which helped them spring into which did allow the Saints to get the #1 overall slot for that. So division was bad this year, man. It was not good. Let's check out this game and see exactly what happened, like why they scored so many points and why the hell the Chargers only scored 11. That seems kind of amazing. So, did Rivers get hurt? No? Why was Yates here at 39% passer rating? Cam, just not good either. Man, Cam has not been good in Madden, but Jonathan Stewart showed out. Tell you that. He showed out. Receiving-wise, Chavis Benjamin just 8. Gates 8. All right. So not having any cornerbacks, man, I don't even know, man. This is ridiculous. Like, Phillip not throwing many yards. 242. And they were all mostly to these 2 people. That's kind of amazing. All right, so, and I didn't turn trade injuries off as well, so we'll get better at this going into next season. But hope you guys enjoyed this team build. If you guys want more of this, thumbs up the video, and I'll definitely crank more of this out. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Good luck to the Cubs and also to the Cleveland baseball team. And I'm hoping that we get into the 7th inning, or 9th inning, I shall say, in a game 0-0, because that would be great. Bye.